May I proceed on behalf of plaintiff? Proceed. Case is Prabhat, son of Hakichand, age 52 years, resident of Bareilly district, Rajasthan, as a plaintiff, versus Dinesh, son of Bhagchand, age 55 years, resident of Bareilly district, Rajasthan, for declaration of ownership and recovery of possession of land. The plaintiff is submitting his request point-wise as follows. That is the land bearing survey number 1011, area 8 acre, situated in village Bareilly, district Rajasthan, is the ancestral property of his father, herein referred as the suit property. That is, my father was the owner as well as possession holder of this suit property. That is, my father expired in the year 2011, and the plaintiff is the only legal heir of deceased Hakichand, became the owner of the suit property. That is, the defendant is in collusion with revenue officers and with intention to usurp the suit property, got mutated his name over the suit property through a forged will and dispossessed him forcefully. That is, the cause of action arose when he got to know about the mutation proceedings during Diwali festival on 25th November 2011, and the defendant forcefully dispossessed him from the suit property on 20th December 2011. That is, the mental status of my father in his last days was not good, and to help along with my family, my cousin brother occasionally cared him. During my absence, he misused his position and trust and got signed some blank papers and prepared fabricated will without free consent. In support, the contention witness W is appearing as independent witness to prove the state of mind of his father in last 2 years. That is, the will produced is not proved will, no probate process to establish the will's authenticity and validity. So, prayer, that is, the defendant has no right over the suit property and therefore kindly requested to declare ownership on the suit property and may kindly restore the possession as being the only successor. Relevant cases are Puneet Prakash versus Suresh Kumar Singhal and others, Delhi High Court, dated 30th July 2018. The mutation of the suit property is categorically denied. Second one, Mr. P. R. Parthsarathi versus Mrs. N. Mannamal, Madras High Court. In second appeal, that is, there had been a bill, the plaintiff would have effected mutation of records and therefore the bill is forged. The accusation with regard to the bill left by G. Ramaswamy of course, but mere admission or non-denial of the facts with regard of the bill. And some more Cases are State of Bengal, West Bengal versus Union of India. Second, Ajay Kumar Gupta versus Srimati Usha Sharma on dated 24th August 2012. Bill allegedly executed by late Durga Dutt. Document is forged. It amounts denied. Shukdev Prasad versus Savitri Bai and others dated 20th December 2019. It was decided that bill executed is forged and fabricated by making a specific denial. Vijay Kumar versus Narendra Singh on dated 12th December 2023. Fake and fabricated documents bear denial of signature and taking a plea that document is forged will not absolve the appellants of his liability. That's all, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. With the permission of the Honorable Court, may I proceed?
Proceed.
To sir. In the Honorable Court of Civil Judge Class 2nd Rajasthan MP Shoot number 37, 2016. Sir, in the case of behalf of defendant, written statement under order number 8 of the Code of Civil Procedure Code 1908. As per written statement of the defendant, plaintiff is not the owner of suit. The suit property was the self-acquired property of his uncle. Plaintiff's father and the uncle and we quitted the land to him through a registered will, being happy with his services to him in last days. On the basis of said registered will dated 1/9/2010, he got his name mutated in the record of suit property. Third one is a plaintiff never stayed with his father, nor had provided him any help or cared for him in his lifetime. Plaintiff has no right over the suit property, whereas he has a registered will in his favor. Also, the suit is hopelessly time-barred as the suit is filed in the year 2016. According to Indian law, there is usually a 3-year span to challenge a bill. This time limit starts from the day you find out about the bill. If you find out late, you will have proved to the court that there was a valid reason for the delay, and therefore the time limit for filing the suit has already expired, because the date of the bill is 1/9/2010 and the suit is being filed by the plaintiff in 2016. And the suit for possession of disputed land, there is no documentary evidence to show that plaintiffs are in possession of the suit property, and their case is only based on oral evidence, which is controverted by the defendant in their oral evidence. Case law is Raj Narayan Sharma versus Srinam Sharma 2018. And a suit is a time barred against a bill means that the legal time for contesting the validity or implementation of a bill has expired. This is governed by the Limitation Act 1963. If a suit is time barred, the court will dismiss it even if their defendant doesn't raise the issue of limitation. And according to the Limitation Act 1963, this act set the time limit for various legal actions, including those related bills. When the prescribed time limit for filing a suit for appeal has passed, it becomes time barred. A court is obligated to dismiss a time barred suit regardless of whether the defendant raised the issue of limitation as a defense. Under Section 3 of the Limitation Act 1963, this section explicitly states that any suit appeal or application filed after the prescribed period must be dismissed even without a specific defense of limitations. The Karnataka High Court has held that Article 137 of the Limitation Act applies to proof proceeding and the limitation period of 3 years is reckoned from the date when the right to apply arose. Supreme Court Supreme Court has stated that a suit can be dismissed as a time barred, even if no specific issue regarding limitation is framed. Case law VM Salarkar Bose versus Board of Trustee or Court of Mormugao on 31 March 2005. Adjudication of the main suit. The main suit was dismissed by the district judge as being barred by time and not maintainable for bond, cannot give the jurisdiction to the court to entertain a time barred suit that the appellant had never pleaded waiver and therefore. Another case law Om Prakash versus Amarjeet Singh on 10th August 1988. Defendant to affect his signature. Application dismissed by trial court as time barred sued for a specific performance decree on basis of witness examined. Part district court affirming that application was time barred but remanding suit for fresh disposal. Remand order not appealed against assuming finally whether defendant entitled. State of Haryana and other versus Dharampal and other on 15th January 2009. They service the plea of the appellant defendant that the suit was time barred was rejected by learned court below by holding that filing of the suit along with interest 9% per annum. The plea of the appellant that the suit was time barred cannot accept. Sir, another case law I want to present the time bar from Bhagwan Das, Sohalal Jain and versus State of Madhya Pradesh on 29th April 1964. Suit was time barred by Rule 2 of the Order Number 2 of the Code of Civil Procedure Code 1908 that the suit was also barred by time and that relief following from it. In the former suit 4, the suit was barred by time under Article 115 of the limitation.
Your Honor, as my colleague Counsel for Defence has stated in his written statement and his argument that this property was not the parental property of my father. It was purchased through relative. Your Honor, as I have mentioned in my will, that he is the only legal heir and successor of his father. No one else is other than him. So either it was purchased or his parental property, it automatically is the property of the parent. So this plea is denied. Second one, as the learned counsel stated that I was not residing with my father and not caring. This is totally incorrect. I have present state witness also to say the actual condition. My family and I was caring my father, and it is true that during some urgent work, whenever I goes out of station, my cousin helped my family to care him. And in the meantime, when he was caring, he misused his trust and got signed on some blank papers and prepared the forged bill. And this fact was not came to me because mutation and all proceedings were made, no notice were issued and served to me within the proceedings of section 1110. Whatever the proceedings were made, it was made with the collusion of the revenue officers by my cousin. So, whenever I came to know in Diwali festival and when the sowing period came, when I approached to field, he refused and forcefully dispossessed me. And from that date, I continuously approaching to revenue officers and arguing that this property is my ownership and my father was continuously in possession. But when all the efforts were in vain, then I approached, and when this bill was came to know that he has prepared this forged bill, and this bill was not proved before court also. My colleague is continuously saying that this appeal was filed is time barred. So this is not the time barred. I have continuously making efforts to get the ownership and possession. So kindly it may be allowed and declare the ownership and recovery of possession.
Sir, I want to present some evidence on behalf of defendant. The defendant in his statement supported the fact pleaded in written statement. He also supported the execution of registered bill in his favor by his uncle. And his father stated that the state of mind of F was fit at the time of the execution of bill. And however, the plaintiff failed to produce any documentary evidence in support of his father's health and to the source of the suit property. The defendant also produced one more witness, W2, who supported defendant's pleading that defendant is in possession of the suit property since 2011. However, this witness kept silent, and regarding execution of bill, the defendant produced documentary evidence from X-D1 to D5 regarding the suit property, showing that the said land was purchased by F from his own earning. The defendant has produced registered bill X-D6 in his support. In case where bill is executed in favor of the beneficiary, like Newfield inheriting from his uncle, court consider the tester's mental state and the circumstance surrounding the bill's execution, while the burden of proving the bill's validity generally rests on the propounder. If there are suspicious circumstances, the propounder must remove those suspicious with clear and satisfactory evidence. Here's a breakdown of key point: the relevant case law, testamentary capacity and sound mind. Tester, the person making the will, must have been of a sound mind and disposing state of mind at the times of execution. This means they must understand the nature and effect of their action and the contents of the bill. Court considered the tester's age, physical and mental health, and any surrounding circumstance that might cast doubt on their mental state. Another case law PPK Gopalan Nambiar versus PPK Balakrishnan Nambiar and Ors AIR 1995 SC 1852. This case clarified that it is the duty of propounder to remove all suspicious features, but they must be real, genuine and valid, not just the fantasy of a doubting mind. Another case law Raghava Chandra Rao versus Surya Narayan Rao AIR 1964 SC 1532. This case addressed the issue of the propounder's duty to remove suspicious circumstances surrounding the bill executions. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, my colleague counsel is repeatedly stating that this bill was made in sound mind and happy mood by my father. But as per my plaint at serial number 6 in last para, Your Honor, may kindly draw your attention. Serial number 6, last para. That bill without free consent in support, I have presented witness W is appearing as independent witness to prove the state of mind of his father in last 2 years. So it is clear my witness has stated in court that my father's state of mind was not good during last 2 years, and this bill was prepared keeping in dark to my father. And second one, the witness as appeared from the defendant. He only stated that possession from 2011 is keeping by the defendant. No statement about the bill. So, no witness is presented who has signed as a witness in bill to prove that the state of mind was good and happy or otherwise. And when and where this bill was prepared, it is not clear. So, in absence of the witness, bill is not proved, and it clearly shows that this bill was prepared, fabricated. So, it is requested kindly declare the ownership and recovery of possession. That's all.
Objection, my honor. The defendant argued that he is the owner of shoot property on the basis of the bill, and the shoot is time barred. He is the owner of the shoot property on the basis of the bill, and there my colleague said that the bill is not proved. So my client Dayaram proved to produce documentary evidence from D1 to D5 regarding the shoot property, showing that the said and was purchased by F from his own earning, and the defendant has produced registered bill X D6 in his support, and however the plaintiff failed to produce any documentary evidence in support of his father's ill health. And as to source of shoot property, point number 3, the shoot is time barred because under section 3 of the Limitation Act is mandatory. It is stated the court cannot proceed with the suit. Appeal or application made after prescribed period must be dismissed, even if the defense of limitation is not raised. Under section 3, related case law Ramlal, Motilal and Chote Lal versus Reva Coalfield Ltd 1962 SC 361. Under this case held that the Land Acquisition Act 1894 and the Limitation Act 1963, the law of limitation, conditions of delay are sufficient cause time barred, shoot dismissed. Sir, I requested to you that you keeping in view all the witnesses and documents, please give justice to my client. It is proved that of a declaration of title in his favor of the defendants. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, my learned colleague is stating that registry and purchase document are produced in the court. It is true that this land was purchased by my father by his earnings, and I was the only son and real successor after his decease. And so it is not true that this property was purchased by my father, so it can be asserted by anyone by producing any forged bill. It is not proved that bill was made in sound mind and with free consent. So kindly it may be considered the case is a forced bill, it should be dismissed and declaration of ownership and recovery of possession to be made